In September of 2010, syndicated columnist Dan Savage and his husband, Terry Miller, made a short film and posted it on the internet. The video isn't particularly beautiful or well-produced. It's just a head-on, somewhat grainy shot of a couple sitting in a booth in a noisy restaurant. But this little home movie started a revolution. In the video, Dan and Terry talked about growing up as gay men, how excruciating it was to be bullied and beat up by their school peers, about how difficult it was to be rejected by their families. Then they talk about how their lives now, about how they found each other, about how they found acceptance from each other's families, how they have a beautiful son they adopted as their own, how they found themselves living lives that weren't full of love. It's a heartening story, and the truly revolutionary thing about all of this is that they were not talking about, but who they were talking to. Dan and Terry made this video specifically for people they had never met, young people in the GLBT community, so many of whom found themselves depressed or even suicidal because of constant and merciless ridicule and abuse. Dan and Terry made their video to offer hope to these teens. They wanted to tell these young people, indeed all people, that life will not always be so hard. Then they can and will find support and love, that it gets better. And their simple video was so powerful that other people wanted to reach out and make their own. Soon Dan and Terry had so many videos that they started hosting their own website, and a movement was born. In the 5th chapter of the Gospel according to Matthew, Jesus sits down in front of his disciples and tells a story. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, the merciful, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, the persecuted for their righteousness' sake. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. With these powerful, comforting words, Jesus paints a picture of the world as it will be, a vision of the kingdom of God, as it truly is. He offers hope and reassurance that to all of his followers that no matter what they might be suffering right now, no matter how difficult things may be, it will not always be like this. Follow him. It gets better. The kingdom of heaven awaits them, where they will be richly rewarded. But notice that Jesus does not tell his followers that they will be blessed. You will be blessed when you are hungry because you are filled. You will eventually be blessed when you show mercy or make peace. No, for Jesus and his followers, the blessing happens now. Jesus' followers are blessed now, in the present. Why? Because they know what the future looks like. They have seen Christ's vision of the kingdom of heaven, where they are all comforted and fed and called children of God. And just seeing this vision, just hearing this story, blesses them now. They see what is to come, and so they know that the present moment is not the end of the story. Telling the story of the future matters. Bearing witness to the promise that it gets better is one of the greatest gifts that we human beings can give one another. And it is not only because the witness reassures us that our lives will be better, not only because the hope of future happiness helps us suffer through our lives in a grit your teeth and bear it kind of way, but because the gift of the promise blesses us now. Dan Savage knows that. He knows that hearing stories of hope can change lives now. And Jesus, of course, knows that too. The great difference is, of course, that Jesus can tell us how things are going to get better. Through his own death and resurrection, Jesus shows us the way. All we need to do is look. Jesus makes things better no matter who we are, no matter how we've suffered, no matter what we've done, no matter how dark the world might seem, it all gets better because he makes it so. Thank God for that. But thanking God is not enough. Being grateful is not enough, because you and I also have a story to tell. We have a picture to paint, a vision to share that the world desperately needs to hear. Our story is the greatest gift that we can offer to another human being. For we know what glory and future holds. We know what glories the future holds. The hungry will be fed, the dead will be raised. The meek will inherit the earth, and there will be peace like a river. What better gift could we offer the world than the chance to know the wonders of the kingdom of heaven? To sing as one with those who shine in glory, to see this great vision glorious. So celebrate with us. Sing these hymns and come to the altar and embrace this hope and be changed. And then sit down and share the story with someone else. Tell them your life. Tell them your hope. Tell them how tonight we sing with joy, because we know that not only it will get better, it already is.